Hello and welcome to my 10th video of 2021. We're going to be talking about some new data that was shown about the Epic Games Store in a bit of relation to exclusivity. This data came from the Epic versus Apple lawsuit, so we got some new court documents that gave us these numbers. If you end up liking this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to help me grow as a content creator. According to the documents, Epic Games spent $444 million on minimum guarantees for developers. And what that means, if it's not obvious to you yet, is that's a minimum guaranteed amount of money that they get for selling a game on their platform. For example, the game Control was given about $10 million to sell on Epic Games Store, and that got split up between the publisher and the developer. And the way that worked is that they got the $10 million right out of the gate, and they did not get paid any more until that $10 million amount is reached in game sales. But if they never reached that 10 million mark in game sales, they still made $10 million, right? And while exclusives can get people mad, it's probably a no-brainer for developers. Speaking from experience, the strategy that you follow when building a AAA game is do whatever you can to minimize risk and also add as many monetization methods as you can while still being perceived as player or customer friendly. The AAA way for a lot of games is minimize risk and maximize chances of success on a business standpoint. And that kind of can be fatiguing for players when you see game after game that just looks like it's riddled with monetization and microtransactions, looking like it's trying to milk the player of all their money. And that's for a lot of reasons, but partly because the market is just so volatile. You're making a game and you have no guaranteed return on investment. And all it takes is a failed game or two for a studio to be shut down or changed into a support studio. The minimizing risk and maximizing chances of success just leads to less creative games, less risks being taken. However, if you have a guaranteed payment, in this case the minimum guarantees, everything is just kind of laid out for you. Guessing is largely removed. You no longer have to maximize monetization. You can take more risks. You can form a budget on fact and not on speculation. It is pretty sad to see people get upset at Epic exclusives. It's like, oh, wah, I have to get a new client, boo-hoo. It's one thing if the developer said they were going to release on Steam and then backpedaled and released exclusively on Epic Games. But if you think you're cool or serving some purpose if you're pirating a game only because it's an Epic exclusive, then I just kind of feel bad for you. Regardless, tangents aside, that is a lot of money that Epic is investing into trying to get this market share. $465 million on minimum guarantees, and according to the documents so far, $265 million has been returned. So they're pretty deep in the red on minimum guarantees. On top of all that, all the free games that I've been hoarding that I'm sure a lot of you have also been hoarding, that probably isn't free. They're doing so much to try and buy for some market share. Trying to make it better for developers, trying to make it better for gamers. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the next few years. How will this Epic vs. Apple lawsuit go? Will we get an Epic Games Store on iPhone? If they can get some market share on mobile and actually start competing with Steam, then we could be looking at a completely different landscape for games in 2 to 3 years. Hope you enjoyed that super brief update. What are your thoughts on Epic trying as hard as they are to get some market share? Also, PSA, don't harass devs for making exclusives. It makes you look pathetic. It's even worse in this case because it's not even a console exclusive. You literally just have to download another fucking client. Like, get over yourself. Sorry. If you enjoyed this video and want more news content, be sure to like and subscribe, and remember, happy gaming.